Hello, and welcome back to the Legend of Zelda the Ocarina of Time. So as you can see, we are on the File Select screen to start this video. The reason for that is because I had forgotten that once you've collected all the spiritual stones and the medallions, the next place that you're going to start up when you fire up the game is at the Temple of Time. Now once you've collected all the medallions and you're in the Temple of Time, it automatically triggers a cutscene. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that cutscene play through and we'll get through that. And then we're going to continue on to the final part of the game, which I anticipate should encompass this video and the next one, and then we'll finally be done. So without further ado, we'll get this cutscene started, and I will see you guys once it's done. Alrighty, so that was quite a lengthy cutscene. I always find that Zelda's cutscenes, more so than anything, are usually the longest ones, but most of that was just recapping stuff that we obviously already know for the most part. However, we did receive our final item upgrade, which is the light arrows. So these are fantastic. They are required to beat Ganondorf, and they also have other uses, like if you shoot enemies with it when they are defeated, then they'll drop more rupees. Is a fun little trick that it does. Things like that. So yeah, we definitely are going to make use of those. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to head over to an area that we actually haven't gone into yet. And I don't know why, I don't avoid the area, but I just generally don't come over here till late game now. But if we go over to Hyrule Castle, yeah, it looks a little bit different than the last time we took a trip through this area. So now instead of looking as much like a castle, it's now starting to look a little bit more like a spire. So, but yeah, so when you come into this area, the first place that you want to go, especially if you're on the completionist, is over to this area. Now this walkway that we used to use to sneak in is actually going to house our final Skulltula. So, take that. If we take a look now, we will see that the Skulltula token indicator now has 100 in red letters. And what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go to where this this finally pays off and show you what the reward for is it. What the reward is for it. Sorry, apparently I'm struggling to speak a little bit today. So we have to save Princess Zelda. Yeah, we're keeping up, Navi. So what you're going to want to do after you've collected all of them is actually go back to Kakariko Village. Okay, and now that we're at Kakariko Village, all I did was just use the Nocturne of Shadow, ran through the graveyard, so you really didn't miss much, so I figured this would be a good place to cut back in. But if we go back into the House of Skulltula, we talk to the gentleman in the middle. Since you've destroyed 100 spiders of the curse on me has been broken. Thank you, here is a token of my appreciation. Please take it. Yeah, so this guy basically becomes our own personal little piggy bank, actually. Now that 200 rupees that I do collect, if you leave and go back in, he will give you another 200 rupees indefinitely. So it is nice if you are at this point in the game still looking to get a bunch of cash real quick and everything. Really not a great way to, like, not something great to rely on, because again, you have to get basically through the entire game before you get that. But it's not completely nothing, I suppose. Um, and especially if you have gotten the big Goron sword and you've unlocked the Skull Kit in the Lost Woods, that is far beyond a much faster way to collect rupees. So yeah, this is more of something that you do more for your own personal sake if you're wanting to do a completionist playthrough or something like that. Um, then that's really the reason to collect the Skulltulas. Otherwise, you would just completely ignore them after 50 Skulltulas, because then you've got the heart piece, and that's really the important reward for doing all this. So yeah, we've now finally completed that. We have all 20 hearts and all 100 Skulltulas, and we do still have, I believe it's 2 more upgrades to get that we're going to get going through Ganon's castle now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quiet down because there's one more cutscene. Alrighty, so yeah, now that we've gotten all the medallions, we have the means to get into the castle. And as you would figure, you come in here, it's going to look basically as you'd expect, very dark and gloomy. First thing you're going to notice, there's a couple BMOs right by the door here. Just ignore them. And now, that barrier that Rauru was talking about in the cutscene is this one. So we can see they're powered by different doors, and those doors correspond to the various temples. Now, the one thing that I'm going to strongly recommend, and I do this every time, is to go over to the Shadow Temple one. This is going to be the first one you're going to want to do, because this is what will get you your final 2 upgrades. So, hopefully I don't do this that poorly. Oh, that wasn't even close. These rooms are relatively simple. They're not... Why am I so... There we go. We'll just take out that like just because. And what's going to happen is you're going to get a whole bunch of... just like a whole bunch of like little tasks to get through. These aren't overly terrible. If you rush through them, you'll probably struggle a little bit more. But nothing too terrible. And we're just gonna jump across these. Yeah, this is right about the point when, yeah, you want to stop. You can make it down there in one run. I have done that, but you gotta kind of be wanting to do that in one go, so. But all I do is I just go from the corner, hop down here, then we press the switch. And we are going to just long shot our way back up. Don't try to climb the stairs, because you generally don't have a whole lot of time to do that, so. And we are going to get the final chest upgrade that we're going to get in the game. It is the Golden Gauntlets. So this is fantastic. These are basically just a check flag at this point in the game. They only have a couple of uses, but they're mandatory uses, so yeah, that's basically all it is. And you are required to get them for the final upgrade. So Oh, turn that off. Put that with that. That. Rusted switch, as always, just using the Megaton hammer. And then we're just gonna hook shot over. Oh, my screen is so dark it's a little hard to see. There we go. I know the game isn't that dark, but my screen definitely is for some reason. So in these pots, generally you'll find a heart, a magic bottle, or some arrows. Because as you would expect, the light arrows do take a little bit of magic. You're just gonna shoot these with these little eggshell things with the light arrows, and then each respective sage will come out and they will just teleport you back to the beginning. So, and that's basically how all 6 of these are gonna go. And as we can see, we have now dispelled one of them. So the next thing that we're going to do, we're actually going to go over to where our final upgrade is. And then that's it. And this is far and beyond the best upgrade that you're going to get, especially if you're doing a challenge playthrough. Then this, especially the 3 heart challenge, then this is definitely going to be an upgrade you're going to want to go get. If you don't, at this point in the game, if you've got 20 hearts and are reasonably proficient with this game, then you generally don't need that. But yeah, the golden gauntlets are for this rock way over here. There's a few of these that we're going to have to move. But you just run up to it, tap A, you go through a little bit of a cutscene where Link is super strong, and you just toss it. And is our last Great Fairies Fountain. Swap out that guy. Welcome, Link. I am the Great Fairy of Courage. I am going to enhance your defensive power. Receive it now. So yes, now my defensive power has been doubled. Or I guess the damage is reduced by half. It really doesn't matter, it's the same effect. When battle has made me weary, come back and see you. Yeah, no, we're almost done with this game, and you are so far down the list, there is no chance I come back in here. Sorry to burst your bubble. So yes, we now have everything that we need. We have our defensive upgrade, our item select subscreen is full, our equipment subscreen is full, so yeah, we're basically now just at the point where we are going to complete Ganon's castle. So what I'm thinking of doing here, even though I do have a bit of stuff to cut out of this video, I think I'm actually just going to stop this video here, and what's going to happen is I'm going to record 2 more videos. They are going to be the rest of the doors that we saw earlier, and then it will be the final episode after that. So I think that's the best way to do this, because Even if the next video is a touch shorter, I would rather do that than have this video being another one of the hour-long videos. So, yeah, we've got our final upgrade. We did get a little bit of work in. We got through way too much cutscene time, but yeah, so we're gonna finish things off here, and when we come back, we're gonna go into Ganon's castle. So thank you so much for all the support. If you did like the video, please drop a like. If you really liked it, don't forget to subscribe on your way over to your next video. And until the next video, thank you and all the best.